different because I'm twice as nice, and this is the Drop Hip Hop and Sensitive Ultimate Hip Hop Show, where I bring you all the stars and rising stars la Mzansi Africa. Today I have with me Motswako's very own Hashone. I have Mix Wally Ninja with Nasi Tautona. Hello.
What do you do?
How are you guys?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for pulling through, hey?
Man,
So I want to know, because with groups, how did you guys form the group Hashone? Because individually you guys rap, Motswako.
Yeah, we've been solo artists individually before anything. Then came 2009. We were still under a record label called Sutu Mafia, and from there, because there were so many, between me, Nasi, and Sanji, we liked the same kind of music. Everything just resonated when we were together. I'm talking even ciphers and all types of stuff, and we're like, let's just form a group.
I think we were about 3 songs deep at that point in time.
By the time we decided,
and we're like, we actually have a vibe, between the 3 of us. So let's actually focus our energies and try and put together a project.
Guys, there's a lot of speculation that comes with forming groups. So I want to know, when you guys decided that let's form Hashone, did you guys really think about it, or did you just go in with just the mindset of we love the same music, we rep the same culture, we live for hip hop, let's do it, without really thinking about there's conflict in groups. So did you guys not think about that?
I don't think at first we thought about it. The thing is, when within the stable there's about 9 individual artists, right? And at that time the problem was we weren't very commercially viable. Our sound, we could do those kind of joints, but it always felt it wasn't generic for us to, so when we formed this group, it was like, we're bringing something that we felt was missing in the game.
Okay.
We resonated to the same kind of style, we rapped about the same kind of stuff, and it just made sense, Obviously later you think, hey, groups in but we are boys, we know each other for a very long time. So
and you guys seem like you respect each other, even in the working space as well.
Yeah.
Word.
Okay, so I want to know, what is boom trap baboon rap? Guys, boom bap baboon trap, because I'm looking at your logo, ne? And these people got merch, y'all. Bona ki Hashone boom bap baboon rap, and I'm just like, okay, what is it?
It's the style of music that we actually have. I could say there's boom bap, right? We just added that baboon rap to it because we tend to go crazy.
I mean, if you listen to our first project, M4TLT, the way we were rapping in that project, nobody was rapping like that. It was very aggressive, very,
authentic as well.
Very authentic, but also thought through, from concepts. I mean, industry hijack, the whole approach and that kind of stuff is really aggressive.
There were so many. So it was more, like you say, more aggressive. We would, and that's how the name Hashone came about. It's Hashone, number 1. Someone has to kill someone in every song. There'll always
really?
That one.
I love that energy. Who has to kill?
Song,
okay.
It's just the same as taking the last verse. If you take the last verse or the second verse, you
need to.
It's either you're starting the fire
or you end in the fire. The pressure. The pressure. Damn. Yo. Okay. Would you guys say that's what makes you guys authentic? Because other than the fact that you guys are Motswako celebrators, Motswako creatives. That's the one thing that makes you stand out from the masses, because also Motswako isn't foreign anymore to us. We do vibe to Motswako as well now. So it's who can give us the best Motswako. So would that make you guys authentic?
Yeah, definitely. Look, the way we approach the music between the 3 of us, it's intense, right? There's a lot of pressure to deliver. There's a lot of pressure to come correct. based off of, you know, what Motswako came from and the standard that was set. It's like we're trying to elevate that. So within ourselves, we gotta always keep each other in check, and then take that to the masses. So I don't know. Yes, man, in the group, like if you don't come correct.
I was about to say that because also, you know, sometimes in studios, people are gonna be like, "That's fire," and we all know sometimes verses ain't that fire. The verses now.
I would not be yes, man. Like yo, if you're not coming through, you're gonna be told. Like it's like, hey, bro, go back.
But I like that you guys teach each other in a sense, and you kind of take away this whole clout thing that's surrounding hip hop. Now let's talk about you guys' music. You guys recently dropped Pelo Yami, right? Which I love. I don't know. It sounds familiar. Like it sounds it gives me a very nostalgic feel. So what was the idea behind building the whole concept ya Pelo Yami?
Man, honestly, that song happened in a space of what?
2 days.
Nah.
Less than 2 days.
It was about 24 hours.
Yeah.
From conceptualizing, picking a beat, and, you know, getting the final song done. We wanted to submit something for Limonka's tape, Love and Hate, you know, and obviously the immediate thought was like, okay, Love and Hate, let's talk, you know, we're always rapping this hard stuff, like let's talk to the ladies a little bit, you know, and we were just like, yo, let's take it back to Motswako, like authentic Motswako, and it just kind of happened naturally like that, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It feels familiar. Like it feels like, you know, when you go home, like when you haven't gone home in a long time and you go home.
Yeah.
It feels like that. With like you know, the sun is setting. Which brings me into my next question. Are you guys also trying to like bring back that whole early 2000s sound of R&B meets hip hop meets Motswako? Is that what you guys are trying to do now?
I wouldn't say we're intentionally trying to.
It just happened.
It just happened that way. I think, well, speaking for myself, I'm very experimental nowadays when it, you know, approaching music. The sound that's currently in the market right now, it's very one-dimensional, you know. So we've always had that 90s influence, you know, early hip-hop influence. So we always try and pull from that and bring in our current sound. So maybe we are, maybe we're not. I don't know. It's just what we do.
At the end of the day, we're still gonna have to bring that Motswako in. You know, it doesn't matter what type of beat we've got. It really doesn't matter. So we would, but like he's saying, like Nasi's saying, we'd always have to experiment. We think very deeply about what type of song we're going to write. We talk about it before we do anything, or maybe Nasi would start off with something, or I'll start off with something, or Sanji will start off with something, and we pick up from there. You know, but it's a matter of understanding what the beat says to you, and you know, the sticking to the exact concept. And we're not really trying to stick to generic concepts. You know, so but when Pelo Yami came about, it was more of okay. And the crazy thing is, we're talking. There's 2 single guys and 1 married guy.
Hectic,
how do you get that together? You know what I mean? How do you drop that perfect song?
And it really didn't sound like it. It sounded like y'all are married. Like y'all are just like, girl, you got my heart for real.
The crazy thing is, like, you know, sometimes we'll approach verses from very fictional standpoint. So you think I'm writing about somebody that exists.
That's your creativity.
It's a combination of different experiences, and you know, you're just telling one story. You make all these women one person. Whereas G's approach is like he was talking to his wife. It's like, yo,
that's
you know
so sweet. Also,
yeah,
so sweet. You guys have a lot of visuals out, like, and I love that. I love the fact that when somebody plays your song on YouTube or Googles your song, the first thing that pops up is the video, and it's just like who man, you know. So what I want to know is, can we expect even more visuals, and what different thing are you gonna put into the new visuals that you're gonna drop?
Definitely, it's gonna be a lot of visuals coming out. It's a big focus for us this time around.
Oh, okay.
Pelo Yami is dropping on Tuesday. That's gonna be dope. You know, we kind of collaborated with Limonka. Limonka is a production house, so it was like, you know, let's come up with a dope concept and just do something fun, nothing too serious, tell a little bit of a story, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? So we're always trying to create something that speaks to our creative side, because we do a lot of our own stuff, from the visuals, from the creative direction. We've got an in-house team, and you know, so there's definitely going to be a lot of visuals coming out this year.
How do you decide which songs to because also you guys have really dope music out, right? You've even had songs with Dukes, you know, Mo Muli, like there's just a lot of people. So how do you pick, okay, this one visual, this one no, because also I don't want to put you on the spot and say you have favorites.
It's team effort, really. There's a lot of back and forth that would happen.
I can imagine.
We've got an in-house marketing
okay.
also in their strategy. So he would listen. This is Tabo Cool. So Tabo would listen to everything. How Boom Baptism came about, the one with Dukes. You know, we really didn't know what we were gonna do with it. Not the song, just the music that we had. And he was like, okay, I think I know what to do. And then he started with certain things. He was working with Nasi also. They were collaborating in terms of the visuals and whatever. We had a whole photo shoot. We had the verse clips also and things like that. We didn't know.
I really love the cover that you guys have here.
Yeah.
It's
so
Mate
all of that
Hunyela.
came from ideas during a weekend when we're just in studio and you know, and with the green screen and
I'm playing around as well.
And it did work out. And then we're like, okay, Boom Baptism. We had a listening session, and that's how everything started rolling out. So from that, it was Boom Baptism, and then we're like, okay, what's next? You know, so there's always that back and forth of, okay, what's the next song? Pelo Yami, for example, it was never there. And then we did it for Limonka, and then we're like, okay, video. What are we
It would actually look
so
nice. Because also I'd want to see a happy ending. Like, you know, I'm thinking movie like vibes, nice couple, high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
You know. Let's go back into the group. Who's the most strict between the three of you guys?
I'd say Jiggy.
I'd say Sanjay.
Sanjay likes, family time. Yo, you know. Yeah, it's Jiggy, definitely Jiggy.
And then who's the most playful?
I am.
Are you the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yo,
then,
buddies, I keep him in check. Like, you know.
and then now tell me, how do you guys deal with the dynamics of, you know, conflict? Because it sometimes it won't be necessarily conflict about the music, but it could be just like bro conflict, and then it happens already. You have a studio session, and then it's just like, does it get awkward?
Hardly. I think we can count on one hand the amount of times we've had to actually, you know, have a serious talk like Ebruak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's always from a not a place of anger or frustration. It's just like, yo, certain things need to happen a certain way. You know, everybody needs to pull their weight. We can't all be doing the same thing, but you know, play your position, do what you gotta do, and everything will work out.
I like that.
So we try and keep it real with each other as much as possible.
I like that. Let's talk about Tenasu. Did I pronounce that right?
No.
Tenasu.
Guys, I'm not Sotho. I'm not Tswana. I'm Sotho. Also, Wako Strateg. Tenasu.
Tenasu.
Okay, Tenasu. What can we expect from Tenasu? And I'm talking about just the general feel of it and the types of songs. Are they going to be like vibey, you know, party songs, or is just a chilled, relaxed?
I don't know about party songs though.
Yo, this album is...
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's thought provoking. If it doesn't get you emotional, then you've got a hard heart.
There's a lot going on in terms of like the approach to every single song. It's been a process. Like this is 4 years in the making. You know, some songs aren't gonna make it because just the beats don't sit right with, you know, the concepts.
Also, you guys have grown
a lot. And the features that are on here, like, certain features are well thought out in terms of if we put Molimi on a certain song, we need to be talking about certain things. So it's a really, really nice audio journey to go through. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be one of the hardest albums to come out of SA in a long time.
I love that you say that, because now it even brings me back to this question of what influence would you guys like to have in the industry as a whole? Because if we're looking 10 years from now, what would you guys love the world to, say about Hashone?
They went against the grain. We challenged ourselves to the core, because we were quiet for a while. It took time to even find our own sound, 4 years ago when we went to Durban, we did a whole recording session for about a week. We booked a place, had 2 recording setups in both bedrooms, and just started working, trying to figure out what's going on. This is how Bonolo came about, and Bonolo's different to Beloyame. Bonolo's different to Boom Baptism, and everything in 2012 to now, and things that we've done. So I think the one thing that I think we want to leave with, or that I would want to leave with, is the challenge aspect of it, and it's bigger than music too. Whereas now we are fully independent. We had to learn the admin. We had
running yourself as a business as well.
We have to run ourselves as a business, do the networking, do the artwork, the mixing, everything. You know what I mean? We talk every single day on some, what are we gonna do today? What about this? What about that? There's so for example, from here we're also going to go do something else at the studio. So it's always just about working and finding yourself and finding whatever. Yeah, but just look out for what you need. Really.
I think for me, like, this album represents, a holistic growth. From our first project, we were under another label, and everything was done for us. From the visuals, from the mixing, from literally everything. All we did was come to studio with bars, we rapped, and then we went.
And then you leave.
And
then now you have to
dollar with a package. Now, I have sleepless nights. Figuring out what's wrong with the song,
next move also,
tweaking it,
and even just the registering everything.
All that stuff. You know what I mean? So it's you gotta learn, and and one thing I always try and do, like, part of our journey is, like, we gotta impart some knowledge onto guys that are coming up. My biggest concern is that Motswako has done what it's done, but the kids at home don't really know how to get to that.
Also, how to
level.
Evolve Motswako itself, because everything in hip hop evolves.
Yeah.
So you guys are also gonna be, leaving your predecessors something to evolve from what they've gotten from you. Okay, guys, before I let you go, we're gonna play a game. You have to pick one of these things. You have to pick one. You can't think about it, because if you think about it, you're cheating.
Okay.
Okay. Morafe or Momulimi?
Morafe.
Both.
You're cheating the game. You're cheating the game. You have to be.
You know what I mean?
Okay. No, guys. Pick one. Pick one. Wait.
Morafe.
What are you influencing me? No. You can't. You can't do that. William, a boot baptism.
Boom baptism.
I think you need to answer first now.
Cool.
Because clearly.
Cool.
Dukes or Kulichana?
Kulichana. Their flow.
Okay, the last one, Hashone is?
The one.
Crazy.
And gentlemen, that's a wrap. Where can people book you and follow you?
You can hit us up on social media at #1ZA across our platforms. #1, one word on Facebook. Bookings, you can hit us up info@hash1.co.za.
Do you guys have separate social media accounts as well?
Yes.
Handles?
mine would be Mixwale Ninja. It's just Mixwale Ninja.
Yeah. At Nasi Tautona and
Sanji is
_Jiggy. Word.
Thank you so much for pulling through.
No dating, no doubt. This was fun.
I can't wait for your booth performance, actually. Super excited about that. And that, my beautiful people, has been yet another episode of The Drop, Hip Hop Uncensored. Bona, we came, we saw, we conquered, we reported for duty in the hip hop game. Bona, if you missed it, Skawara, just replay and tell your people to tell your people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at The Drop Uncensored, Instagram and Twitter. Libita Kinabrin Tintin, your Black Barbie is signing out from now. Bye.